self-esteem. You cannot watch, Oprah or Dr. Phil without some discussion of self-esteem at some moment. And it sounds good to everybody. I mean, nobody would wish for you as a parent or friend for you to have low self-esteem. And in fact, higher self-esteem is correlated with higher initiative and persistence, happiness and emotional resilience, and also, unfortunately, with people who are narcissistic and bullies. Okay? On average, and how they measure it, just so you know, because this is a problem too. Like, how do you measure it? You have there's several scales, but the most widely used scale is this Rosenberg scale. So you have that too, if you want to try it out on yourself. Okay? Okay. Self-report. And when they reviewed 15,000 studies some years ago, they could find no evidence that higher self-esteem leads to better things. It all seemed the other way around, that like doing better at things led to higher self-esteem. Okay? They could never find that pushing your self-esteem up does it. Having said that, I can tell you as a parent of 2 young kids, or if you have friends and you care about them and you know this, we like to praise people to build up their self-esteem, right? We tell you, you're awesome. Someday you'll go to MIT. I know you will, okay? You're a wonderful person, and you're smart, and you're beautiful. And, parents want their children, and teachers too, to grow up and thrive and build up that self-esteem. So how can, and the easiest way to do that is praise, right? Just telling your kid how awesome he or she is, or your younger sibling how awesome he or she is. Get their self-esteem up. So the last thing I'm going to tell you, and then we'll be done in about 3 minutes, is work from Carol Dweck that shows you how dangerous it is and counterproductive it is to have praise where you don't think through its relation to people. And in one sentence, we'll talk about, are you going to succeed in life by your effort or by your talent? What's a bigger question than that? Wherever you get to in your life, it's going to be based on your effort or your talent or both. I'll just have a sentence about that now. So here's the experiment she did with 5th graders. She had them perform a pretty hard task. And afterwards, randomly, they were either praised for their intelligence. So a person said to them, you, 5th grader, you are so smart. I can't believe how great you did on that in 5th grader. Okay. Or they were praised for their hard work. This shows a lot of hard work. Okay, different kid. And some kids got no praise at all. In this experiment, okay? Now, then they get a task that's even a little bit harder. How does the different kind of praise influence things? And here was the finding. If you were praised for your intelligence, you did worse on the second test. If you were praised for your hard work, you did better. If nobody said anything, your performance didn't change. And the idea is this. You understand, praise for your intelligence, you did worse on a hard task. Praise for your effort, you did better. And here's the idea, that if we praise people for their intelligence to build up their self-esteem, they start to care more about how their performance reflects on them than the performance itself. Because if you're trying to prove that you're an intelligent person, you care less. The students who get that kind of praise for their intelligence, they persist less in a difficult task. They say they don't enjoy challenges. Why? They just want to ace everything to keep proving they're smart. Okay? The kids who get praised for effort, they're kind of like, okay, I'm going to make some mistakes, but I'm just going to keep going because with effort I can do things sometimes. And it turns out that it makes a remarkable thing. And so Dweck, and we'll come back to this, talks about you can view your intelligence as a trait. I have only so much. Or as a growth. The more harder I work, the smarter I get. But I have to do the hard work to get there. Okay? And we live in a society that often goes by fixed traits. American Idol. The harder the work, the better you sing. Or who has the talent is discovered. Who has the talent is discovered, right? Okay, right? Because the idea is, you have a certain amount of musical talent, and now the judges show, and you break into the world, and you're a famous singer, right? So ask yourself this: when you are good at what you do, is it because something in your genes or an environment made you good at it, or is it because you try really hard? So Malcolm Gladwell has this statement that's floating around, gets a lot of attention, that anybody can become great at anything if they work on it for 10,000 hours.